Hello once again, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of AIW's The Card is Going to Change. Before we get into this week's episode, of course, a shout out to our sponsors that help us bring the show to you for free each and every week on whichever platform you choose to listen. Thanks to Angelo's Pizza. You've had it at one of our live events, or maybe you haven't because you've yet to come to Cleveland and you're just waiting for that sweet J-Lit this weekend in June, and you already got your tickets to that. So when you do come into town, make sure you go to Angelo's Pizza on Madison Avenue in Lakewood. And thanks to Pollyanna DIY. They make some amazing enamel pins, as well as t-shirts, and they have all sorts of nostalgic merchandise that you would love. So check out Pollyanna DIY. And thanks to Smart Mark Video, who is now merged with IndependentWrestling.tv. You can find everything AIW either at smartmarkvideo.com or IndependentWrestling.tv. Don't forget to sign up using the code ABSOLUTE. And with that, we roll into this week's episode. It's a hard sell Monday. It's also President's Day, so shout out to President Matt Wadsworth.
How was everyone's Valentine's Day?
It was okay.
It was fine.
Some Bad Boys for Life, so.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Dudes rock.
Had a good veal
Little Veal Scalapini, West Barkley hooking you up.
Parmigiana.
We are joined by Alex Worldwide Keller,
Worldwide.
the Bone Collector Dominic Guarini,
What's up?
as always, AIW owner John Thorne.
Greetings.
My name is Steve Guy, your moderator of sorts. Yeah, so Matt Wadsworth celebrated a happy belated birthday to him, too.
Yeah, he had a
So I should say
birthday.
that. 2 days ago?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
15th?
Birthday boy.
15th? Almost on President's Day for the president. But we got a show coming up, and more than just a show here on 2/22 in Akron, Ohio, the Tadmore Shrine. We have the New Talent Initiative coming back as well.
Well, but something that I just thought of because it keeps coming up. When we push the promo codes, I guess the 20-day free trial is no longer.
Oh, good to know.
I believe it is now a 5-day free trial
Okay.
when you use the promo codes.
So what a 5 days.
So yeah, if you're trying to get in and get out, you got 5 days to do it. But
Yeah,
I mean, it's
toy around, see what you like.
what it is $9.99 a month, I believe, or $100 for the year.
That's a bargain.
I believe it's $100 for a year. Don't quote me on that. I think it is though. But yeah, so I mean, that's just I wanted to clear that up because that was a thing that had been being pushed forever, and I guess as the new year came around, that policy has changed, and it is now a 5-day free trial when you use a promo code. So
Well, all right.
you still get 5 days for free though.
Yeah.
It's better than I don't know, some of these streaming services, I'm sure.
Yeah, test it out, see if you like it, and then go from there. It's fair enough. So we're
And AIW Built to Last is still up and
there.
ready to go. So
And that show was a doozy.
it was a doozy for sure.
Humdinger.
you got to do the intermission.
Yeah, I heard good things. Thorne, you told me, highlight the show, recap the show, and no one would let me. It was real fucked up.
Everybody was cutting promos on
Just
there.
threw me to the fucking wolves. I'm trying to do goddamn broadcast journalism. These animals.
You looked sharp.
Thank you.
You never know, like these guys are camera hogs. They see a live tape rolling, and
They go for it.
they're going for it. So
Well, so not only do we have the New Talent Initiative, but the show is called Hey Yo, and that is, of course, because Scott Hall will be joining us for a very special meet and greet. And that's already the question. Do we know pricing on this meet and greet?
So I believe it is going to be 20 autograph, 20 photo op, 30 combo.
All right. That's a great deal.
Hell of a deal.
That is where it is. It is falling in that range. So I know, as I've stated before, every meet and greet is kind of differently in how we do it.
Yeah.
And how we have to get with the talent, and it's kind of a process and a negotiation back and forth. But it's looking like it's settling on that. I'd like to try to keep it affordable. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
It's looking like it's gonna land on that 20, 20, 30, and I do have some. I ordered some Elite action figures and some Razor Ramon Funko Pops.
Oh, right.
I think we have like 8 of each item, so very limited. I bought whatever stock that Amazon had available, and we have some 8x10s ready to go as always. So
I have a question for the fans interested. Will Scott be signing before and during intermission, or is it strictly pre-show?
So it is going to be the lion's share, so to speak, of the meet and greet is going to be before, from 6 to 7:30 p.m.
So we're opening doors a little bit earlier.
Yeah, and I believe, if there is anybody missed, he will allot 30 minutes during intermission. So that is probably going to be strictly photo ops if there is a large contingent of people.
So I know last time we had him, there was a bit of a bugaboo and a mix-up, malfunction at the junction. Some fans were steamed.
Well, we try to tell people you got to get there. You got to get there before. Like, a lot of these deals are the guys are there before, and that's it. And sometimes you can talk them into an intermission. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you cannot, because a lot of it is they want to do what they got to do, and they leave. Like, as soon as Scott Hall's commitments are done, he has already asked if he could, if he can leave. So, it's I know when we had him a few years ago, he was not down for the intermission. We were trying to keep him there, and he was there, and it was.
There was a certain Mohican wrestler that got into it with some fans over this.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, NXT superstar now.
Oh, yeah.
No one will survive.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that was what they got into it about, but
there was. I think there was initially some yelling about that.
But yeah, I mean, that's why you got to get there. You got to get there on time. We've posted it on Facebook that he will be signing from 6 to 7:30. I know Facebook is not the end all be all of getting your information these days, but it's also on Instagram, and now it is on this podcast.
Now it's right here. Yeah,
It'll be on the Twitter.
It'll be on Twitter, and
we have a tout.
No tout.
No one has a tout.
Like that's the thing. It's like in Akron is kind of, we do get a bunch of our regular fans. However, Akron is a lot of it's, one-timers or only Akron people. So, we don't even know if the Tadmore Shrine has internet. No offense to the Akron area. Like, some of these fans are very old school fans. I don't know how much social media they are following. So he's going to be there from 6 to 7:30. We're hoping for a 30-minute intermission.
We know the Akron area has internet. We just don't know that the Tadmore Shrine has internet.
That's
not what we're saying.
Well, I'm saying some of those fans are some old, there's some old timers that come out to the Akron shows. So
they do. They enjoy themselves.
I know that.
Remember Johnny Powers?
I know that earlier today,
Bobo Brazil.
My grandmother could not figure out why her TV was not working in one of her rooms, and I had to go over there. And after much messing around with a remote that was for AT&T, and what she does not, she no longer has AT&T. I then discovered that why it was not working is there was no cable box ever even installed into that bedroom that she was wondering why the TV did not work.
Perfect. Makes a lot of sense.
She said, "Well, back in my day, you just turn the TV on." And I said,
"And it goes." Yeah.
I said, "Lady, your day's been long gone for a while." I try to equate a lot of my interactions with my grandmother to the assuming that some people in the Akron area are in very similar boats.
A lot of people in Akron got the clicker on the fritz.
That's correct. So 6 to 7:30 for Scott Hall.
All right. Now we have a lot of wrestlers that listen to the podcast. Where do we stand on the new talent initiative? Is it already booked up? Is it full?
So it is sold out. We had 2 cancellations that I believe will have been filled by the time this goes up. There was a waiting list. It's just a matter of me alerting those people that somebody that signed up was injured. So and another person, I don't know, they've not been in any sort of communication. So I believe I'm going to open those 2 spots up and send them to people on the waiting list. It sold out. It did not sell out as quickly as the first one. However, it was sold out in 2 days as opposed to the 6 hours or whatever the first one sold out, But yeah, that camp was 100% full. And I will also address Rick Nelsons of the world who are asking if tickets will be available
Absolutely
to observe.
not.
This is a closed camp. I don't even want the AIW students sitting around and fucking around and watching. It's taken very seriously. The first one was very serious. This one is going to be no differently. So no, this is a closed session camp, and we would never sell tickets to it because it is very inside baseball, so to speak, stuff that is being taught at this thing.
You don't want to know how this sausage is made.
I know a lot of you fans think you already got it all figured out, but trust me, you don't. And that's a lot of what this camp is about.
As it is, I got my talent scouting shades on, ready to go. Got a clipboard at home, sweatsuit.
What are you teaching at the?
I'm just checking for pizzazz,
Charisma.
it factor.
Can you teach charisma?
You want to go ahead and set the chairs up while Matt and I are teaching this? And
I'm not teaching nothing. I'm just observing, taking notes.
Taking notes. You're
making angry phone calls in the background.
There you go.
Well, I did miss the last one, so
that's right, you did.
Oh yeah, you had a day.
I did. Yeah, I did too.
I do have to figure out how I can get there though, because Swoggle has booked himself an autograph signing in Mentor.
Yeah.
At the mall.
Zero clue of geography, huh?
Well, no, he was like, how far is this? And
It's about an hour and a half.
well, it's more on like, I have to figure out how to get him around as opposed to like, I'm not.
He can't rent himself a car? Oh, wait.
Is it the same day?
Does Swoggle drive?
Yeah, he drives.
Rick Nelson. There's your answer.
I thought it was-
Mentor's own Rick Nelson.
I thought it was the day before. Is the day of?
No, it's the day of.
Oh, okay.
It's at 1 p.m. this Saturday. So if you want to get a book, autographed, head out there.
Yeah,
Is that
Mentor-
Great Lakes Mall or?
Great Lakes Mall, yeah.
It's I think Barnes and Noble is like a standalone, but it's
Yeah,
right
it's
over
like
there.
over by the movie theater.
It's
Yep.
it's in the mall.
You're
in the
talking
mall
about
area.
Mentor to Akron. My mom made that drive for about 4 years going to law school.
Wow.
Wow.
So it's only about it's like an hour, I think.
Yeah, it's like hour in good traffic.
But it's like an hour from here and then it's an hour from there, for
Yeah.
him. So I just have to figure out who's going to be in charge of him because I have to be at the talent camp. So
Yeah. Makes sense.
and I know a lot of fans have offered, but for all you fans out there, you don't know what a crabby hornswoggle's like. So I don't know
No.
if I want to put that on you.
Yeah, it's
Don't want to ruin the magic.
it's a lot. But you know what? There is the Petticoat Junction out there in Mentor.
Oh, Petticoat is a fine establishment.
Maybe they can take
Right
it
by a
there.
Spud Nuts.
We're not talking about that.
Next.
Hard sell Monday. I don't know for hard selling.
Well, and what? Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the new talent initiative, which we don't need to sell that. We've already got it.
We do.
booked up, but
I will say this: for an Akron show, we are very behind schedule for tickets. I will say
Okay.
that. So I don't know if people are just waiting for this week, or it's the show that we had 2 weeks ago. But we are underperforming for what I would like to see.
well,
In comparison to like the Ted DiBiase show and the Harley Race show, going off that, it is underperforming at this time.
It has been massively cold for the last week or two, so I think people might just be despairing at the thought of going outside.
it's
but
warming
we're in a
up.
heat wave now.
Give myself a 7-day look. We got 40 nice
Yeah,
mid-40s
heat wave.
next
So I think
Saturday,
those tickets are going to heat right up. But
speaking of the new
Heat Wave
talent
2020.
initiative, as we talk about it, one of the matches on this card will, of course, so you can't get tickets to the actual seminar and everything that's going on, the camp, not happening, but you can see who gets chosen out of there to be in a scramble later on that evening on the show. So you'll see kind of the best of the best.
Well, I will clarify that too. It is
Okay.
It is kind of on the lineup as a scramble, just based on the last time it was set to have 2 guys, and we ended up picking
I think
We picked 6 for a scramble,
And then we had tag team.
We had 2 openings for 2 tag teams. So
What are you eating? You eating something? You get your mouth full?
No, I'm good.
some heart chocolate.
Yeah,
But
you guys just eating up
we
my
ended
Reese
up-
cups I got for Valentine's Day. Just
we ended up using
help yourselves, guys.
we used 10 individuals off that show, on just the Akron show alone. I think we ended up using anywhere between 2 to 4 more on other shows.
No, I think with the refs and everything, we.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah,
the
that's
ref.
right. We had 2 refs.
Yeah, we used a third. So
One of those refs now down NXT.
and another one that won the camp is wrestling Cody in a cage this Wednesday. So
Yep.
Wardlow, Michael Austin.
Yeah.
Or on Wrestle Rave, they just called him Austin.
Tequila God.
They just named him Austin Wardlow.
I mean, you look at Lee Moriarty, engaging a lot now with Alex Shelley. I mean, a lot of these guys off the seminar last year, had a lot of great opportunities and they've done a lot. So,
and that isn't, I don't know that has anything to do with us. However, we did get a lot of good feedback last year from people that partook in the camp itself. But so on the lineup for, I guess, lack of a better description, it is slotted for a scramble, but it could be a singles, it could be a tag, it could be
a 4-way.
It could be a scramble. It really just depends on how the talent does, how the coaches evaluate, and who we feel can deliver the AIW, the AIW match experience, which there's no definition to that. It really depends on what you have to offer and how we think that you could fit into it.
What's the over-under? All right, we mentioned it could be a scramble, a 4-way, this, that. Tuxedo mask. Match.
Tuxedo match?
Tuxedo
0.
match.
I'm saying a 0%.
0%?
Yeah.
Actually-
I'm going 0.1.
it might border on negative worldwide.
Write it on Twitter, guys.
Tuxedo match. Like a Howard Finkel tuxedo match?
Yeah.
Dom isn't having none of your fucking shenanigans today. I'll tell you
Man.
that.
That's because
Change
Dom
of attitude.
That's because Dom is fucking.
Dom is focused because
Yeah,
Dom,
he's focused on eating those Reese cups right
Yeah.
now.
I'd won.
he was not at the last Akron show.
Was
But
not.
he will be returning.
I'm sorry, I was busy, wrestling on a pay-per-view.
Listen.
Big pay-per-view Doms here, guys.
Yeah, I
match
wasn't
Dom, baby.
wasn't bashing you or downplaying. It's just saying you missed it, and you will be here on this one.
Sure will.
And you got your hands full, man, with the returning Chase Oliver.
Heart and soul. Heart and soul, as some people have described him of the AW school.
Well, I have no problem ripping the heart and soul out and just eating it like I did that Reese's cup.
Oh, well.
Put a fucking vowel at the end of his goddamn last name.
What's up with
This is really about fucking Chase Oliver's Italian erasure, and Dom is stepping forward and, saying, I'm planting my flag. You're Italian, bitch.
Wow.
No, none of
No,
that.
that's not at all?
No, not.
You're not going to fucking put like a nice little horn chain on him at the end of it?
Absolutely no.
Oh, fuck.
But
This is this European vacation or something? Worldwide, get the fuck out of here.
This is a good big opportunity for Chase Oliver, who picked up the win at Built to Last, and now gets to step in there with Mr. Guarini, who, from what I've heard, you guys had quite the good one at UXWA about a year ago.
Yeah, it was a different time where Chase was, getting ready to, be put on the shelf there. So we'll see if he brings that same kind of renewed focus. Once again, much like his good friend Twan Tucker, practice isn't important to him and he hasn't been showing up, showing that lack of discipline that, I keep talking about.
But I always see him in the gym. Just make those posts.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Last time I checked, when you're walking up and down the stairs, you don't replicate that in a wrestling match. Last time I checked, I'm not a barbell. I'm not a dumbbell. I'm none of that. So maybe he should get in the ring and do wrestling things because for last year he's lifted, and that's awesome. But there's no other thing that replicates wrestling training or being in the ring. So he can lift as much as he wants. He can take all the Blackstone labs that he wants. But come Saturday, in the ring, it's completely different, Steve.
Did you help put Chase Oliver on the shelf?
No.
No? All right. Just
He
saying.
did that on his own.
Oh, man.
That was a lot, but
He's fired up, Dom Guarini is.
he's fired up. But
Fired up. Hometown, got family coming to the show.
big, yeah. This is in his hometown. Big matchup. Boy, I had something to say. The Blackstone's lab plug threw me off because Chase Oliver is always throwing it out there.
He's more interested in plugging his Blackstone Labs sponsorship than he is AIW matches.
I will say that at Built to Last, it did it did appear that he ran out of gas towards in the home stretch. He picked up the win, but it looked like there was not much left in the gas tank.
Do you think
there.
he was just?
Was it mental gas or physical gas though? Because
Yeah, I'm wondering if he was just like overexcited.
Well, that's good.
Because that's the first
good
one back.
Because you know it's tough. It's tough to breathe when you got someone trying to choke you, especially someone as skilled on the ground as me.
Yeah.
So I plan on dragging him into those deep waters and testing that gas tank.
That's mental and physical.
was he doing deep water training too? Damn. John Anderson, shout out.
Okay, on to the next one.
All right,
And we lost it there, but
that's okay. Well,
you know, that's not the only hometown boy matchup. We got another big one here.
yeah, Trey Lamar. Is that where you were going?
That is right where I was going.
Trey Lamar and John Thorne. You're giving him the shot at Alex Shelley.
We're gonna see how it goes.
This is second Akron in the show that Trey really being. I mean, he's tested every Akron show. He had DJZ one-on-one. He's had Eddie Kingston one-on-one, and now Alex Shelley. I mean,
I will say this: if you're an AIW student and you're not from the Cleveland or Akron area, you should be trying to set up a show in your hometown. I'll tell you that, because that's where you're going to probably get the biggest opportunities. But yeah, you know, this is. I had a lot of trouble putting this card together, you know, because I was trying to keep the 40 Acres group together, but I also wanted to give Trey another big opportunity, and this card moved around quite a few times, and you know, before I had even figured out, you know, what's going to happen with Moriarty and Shelley and this and that, I said, you know what, fuck it, you know, let's give Trey Alex Shelley, and let's see what he can do. You know, he always wants to be in there with the flyer or whatever. Well, last time we were in Akron, he wanted Eddie Kingston. He got Eddie Kingston. He did very well, very outside of Trey's realm of what he does on a typical basis.
yeah, it was not. It was your atypical Trey Lamar style match, but he held with it.
And this is kind of the same situation. Trey Lamar, not very versed in the technical wrestling game, so to speak. He likes being very flashy and very, you know, I'm going to do this move and I'm going to flex my muscles, and I'm going to do this other move and I'm going to flex my muscles. And Alex Shelley,
Toss the hair a bit.
yeah, Alex Shelley he does not play that shit. So Alex Shelley was on a list of guys that Trey told me he wants to wrestle one day, and I said, okay, you know. Back to another water reference though, like let's throw him in the deep end again and see what happens.
Saturday's that day. Sink or swim for Trey Lamar.
Sink or swim. And you know, hopefully he does well, but you never know. You know, when you're putting somebody in a situation as a wrestling booker, so to speak, you don't know how it's going to go. I cannot predict that it's going to go well. I assume that it should go well. They both are very talented guys. However, you know, as I've stated a million times on this podcast, Trey Lamar's the biggest problem is Trey Lamar. So it depends on what Trey shows up this Saturday.
Ooh, there you go. And you can, of course, find out. You can get tickets for. Oh, you know, that's the other thing I was going to bring up. Ticketing. If people haven't gotten tickets yet, we still have group packages, do we not?
We do. I made very limited group packages this time because people really took advantage of them last time we were in Akron. But if you have a group of 6 or more, you can receive tickets for $15 each. Only through Eventbrite, through the group ticketing option though. Like that deal does not stand at the door.
Right.
You have to do it online. AIWyo.eventbrite.com.
There you go. Yeah, it's pre-sale only. I mean, great deal right there. Everybody always kind of looking to save a few bucks. There it is. So especially we've got a lot of shows coming up around the corner, and if you're one of our regulars and you go with a group of people, here's a great way to save yourself some money.
Trying to save some people some money. You know,
Yeah.
I get it. I understand there's not a lot of disposable income to go around.
Take that extra $5 and get yourself one of those amazing Tadmore Shrine Sundays.
Well, I don't get no money for that, but people do like them.
They will be out in full force. Tadmore Shrine. But why don't you take that money and we're gonna have a restock on those winter hats, Thorne?
I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting from JPEG Printing to let me know what we're gonna have.
Well, there's also some other great merch that JPEG Printing made. Some of the shirts are still available. I think we still have baseball shirts. Take that money and wrap it into some merchandise.
Yeah, because Tampa is coming fast and furious.
Sure is. Trying to get those orange dreamsicle AIW snapbacks.
I have no idea what we're going to do in the hats. We'll talk about that off air. But
Well, you were talking about Lee Moriarty and Alex Shelley. Lee Moriarty will also be in Akron, and this is another one that I think worldwide would probably expect to be a doozy. But it's Lee Moriarty versus Tom Lawler.
That is going to be a humdinger. I mean, honestly, not we're Hard Sell Monday on Hey Yo, and I don't know if you're listening to this and you haven't seen Built to Last yet, but Moriarty versus Shelley was like one of the best matches I've seen in like recent fucking memory. I like still can't get over it. Like it was amazing. So I'm pumped as hell for Trey and Shelley, and fucking Filthy Tom and Lee Moriarty is going to be a whole other deal.
yeah, I think, this is talk about, doing some things outside the box. Like, okay, like Lee has held his own with Alex Shelley. Well, let's put him in there with a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
And let's see how he does in this situation.
Right. There's technical wrestling like Alex Shelley, and then there's somebody who has been trained to put you out.
Yeah,
like Tom Lawler.
Like a very, very precise striker. And Tom definitely has a ground game and a technical game on top of it all. So he could fare to be a little bit more than Lee is used to.
He is a hellacious opponent, I can say.
Yes, you would know firsthand.
Yes.
Get on that Patreon. It is pinned to the top of the page on the AIW Patreon.
Find out. Fuck around and find out, people.
We have so many places to go with this on here. We mentioned Swoggle. He's going to be doing his book signing. Then from his book signing, if you love some of the oddball fun matches that AIW puts together, Swoggle's going to be involved in yet another one. Fresh off of his match with Super Oprah, he gets an opponent that's a little bit closer to his size in Danhausen.
Yeah, this one is just going to be good. This is put together for some just good old-fashioned fun.
Yeah, it's a rare freak show fight for Swoggle.
Yeah, just very rare freak show fight for him. Yeah, this, Akron, as I've stated a million times, gives us the opportunity to do some things outside the box and try some stuff out. And when I was moving my puzzle pieces around, I kept coming back to this one, and I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. And
If we do tail of the tape on this may be one of the rare instances that you've put Swoggle in a situation that he either comes close to or outweighs his opponent. Actually,
he probably does outweigh his
A lot of
opponent.
times.
I would say he probably
He's
does.
deceptively heavy.
but he didn't outweigh Scott Steiner. He definitely didn't outweigh Super Oprah.
He's a heavy little ball on energy, though. I'll tell you that.
He
No
is.
screens landing.
Yeah, no screens landed.
Hashtag Lego Masters on Fox.
I'm thinking the tail of the tape would also list how many teeth each guy had, and like Danhausen would just be like a billion teeth.
Yeah, he has a lot of teeth, huh?
All the teeth. I heard he has a whole second row of teeth. It's crazy.
He's got all those teeth, and then Swoggle's a biter. We've seen that many times.
Yeah, he likes biting. That's like part of his offense.
Yeah.
That is, yeah. So, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of teeth action in this.
If one of them loses some teeth, they can't fight.
You know, unrelated, the other day I was watching some sort of nature documentary.
You
and
come
I
up with
saw-
something unrelated? Can't imagine.
Yeah, I know. But, well, it's related to biting, goddammit. So I was watching a nature thing, and it was a bunch of fucking, what were they, cheetahs or, lioness taking down a fucking baby elephant. And I was like, what if that was just like 10 or 12 like house cats taking down like a toddler? That would be pretty fucked up.
Yes,
It
that would be
fucked
pretty
up.
fucked up. Yes.
It would
I'm
be
like,
fucked up.
hopefully no one's ever tried this, but
can't-
we don't know what these people get up to.
You don't know what goes on around the world, man.
Yeah. Wow, where to go from there? So, battle of loose teeth and a biter. Danhausen and Swoggle taking each other on in what can be described as fun. But from fun, if you want people who are going to pretty much just punch each other in the face, then let's talk Mance Warner, Eric Stevens.
Yeah, this is just one of those matches that Eric Stevens had been wanting. Him and Mance had been tweeting about it a couple months ago. I told him that I would put it on February 7th, and then as the card took shape for February 7th, and we came up with the kind of six-pack challenge.
The punch your ticket scramble.
Yeah, main event. Obviously they were in the match. However, they did not get the singles match that they had hoped for. So I figured, well, we only got Eric coming in a couple more times.
Yeah, the countdown is on. This is his second last time in Ohio.
Correct.
I don't know. Because he did post on Twitter that he's not going to retire
no, he's retiring.
Until he can get a photo with Stan Hansen
Bro, he's retiring. I talk to him daily. He's retiring. Right. There is no renegotiating this retirement.
He added that caveat, all I'm saying.
His wife is very adamant. He is very adamant. I have had many discussions with him trying to get him to stay on to at least do AIW still, and he has told me no.
Couldn't get our party and hooks in him.
So
good for him.
This is the second to last time you'll see Eric Stevens in Ohio. The last time will be March 20th at Gauntlet for the Gold.
But this one right here, we're going to find out who's the saltiest dog in the pound.
That's right. Tell him.
That's it.
That's you telling him. I mean, I envision
elaborate on that.
Nope. I think that one explains itself.
I envision a lot of fists and punching in the face.
Headbutts.
With this. Headbutts.
This is just going to be good old-fashioned down and dirty fight.
Yeah.
And I guess I will clarify this for those of the people that are not aware. This event will not be streaming live. Will not be streaming live on any platform because, as I said earlier, we don't know if the Tadmore Shrine has internet. We're leaning towards no, but we're going to try to find out when we are there since we get the building all day. We're going to try to have a discussion to figure that out for the future if we can ever stream in Akron.
Yeah, but for sure, not this Saturday. So if you're one of those people who always kind of sits on the fence and you try to pick and choose what shows to come to and you like sitting at home and watching them from the comfort of your home.
Adam Laporta.
You're not going to have that opportunity.
I don't know if you're going to sell him on going to Akron.
Akron's a good time.
Yeah, he can get a ride, I'm sure. If you're anywhere in the vicinity of Northeast Ohio, get your tickets, come to Akron. I mean, we've already listed multiple matches that are worth coming to see that if we were streaming, you'd probably want to stream it. But sorry, we're not, so buy the ticket.
This card deceptively came together very strong. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's just like, I always have my kind of reservations about, like, is this show going to be good? I don't know if people are going to like this show. And once I started getting the actual match graphics and the artwork coming back to me from Jesse the Mark, and I like saw the photos and I saw like it really kind of stood out and popped at me, like that collage flyer that's going around with
that one hit me too.
And like it has like some of the marquee matches in Scott Hall right dead center, and I was like, man, this is like a pretty big card, honestly.
Yeah.
And it just kind of snuck up out of nowhere.
I mean, we talk about...
I mean, obviously, I try to make every show good, but you can't hit a fucking home run every time.
And it wouldn't be an AIW show if you didn't have a match featuring some sort of chaos and multiple people. And we've got that again in a four-way with Eric Ryan, AJ Gray, Zach Thomas, and Wheeler Yuta.
Yeah, this is just...
Wheeler always finds himself in these multi-man matches.
Yeah, this is just the AIW special right here. It's four pretty heavy hitters, but also guys that can fly around as well. This is kind of like the hybrid four-way, so to speak, of the hybrid wrestlers in AIW that can do a little bit of everything. And it was just kind of like, I got these four guys left. Let's just throw it in the pot and see, mix it up and see what happens.
Dom, is Wheeler still a guy that somehow is underrated? It seems like every time he's in one of these matches or anything, he still finds a way to shine.
Yeah, no, I've known Wheeler now for a couple of years, and I really do think he's one of the more underrated guys on the indies. I think that more companies should be giving Wheeler Yuta a chance. He's kind of has an ability to mix all styles, whether it be that kind of high flying, whether it be technical wrestling, whether it be strong style. He's really versatile with the ability to do all of that stuff.
I think he's just. It sounds bad to say, but
cool mask too.
I think he's just kind of just like too easygoing, humble guy. He kind of fucking flies under everybody's radar, so to speak.
He's a very affable guy, yeah.
Like people like seeing him. They they love him, but he kind of flies under their radar. However, he always over delivers.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that's by design.
maybe that's his game plan. Maybe
He's just constantly pleasantly surprising people.
maybe that would be a hell of a game plan, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you wish you could do that?
I think we just put no. I overpromise and underdeliver, and you know what? I get what I get.
And he's handsome too, right? Worldwide.
I'll give it to him.
He'll give
One handsome guy to another. Yeah, he's a handsome guy.
He always he delivers. Yeah, maybe that is his game plan.
Precious Paul.
Is just be cool, fly under the radar, and then wow everybody. I don't know.
Get on some vitamins. Maybe get a Ricky Steamboat thing going on. I don't know.
He does have a little steamboat going to him.
Yep, sure does.
He does. Yeah, he's got that vibe.
Grow the hair out a little longer.
See him on a boat.
All right.
Okay.
Whatever.
Ricky Steamboat is always on boats.
Yeah, I got you.
There'll be some other action on here as well. I'm sure tag champs PME will be around at some point.
They're gonna be there. Meet and greet right now. We got Scott Hall and we got PME doing the meet and greet right now. So
There you go.
Which line's gonna be longer? I don't know.
Take a picture with the tag champs.
hey man, you just got to have people out there mingling. Sometimes people are there to just create a memory.
That's what it's about.
Hanging out.
The titles aren't defended on every show. We don't always have title matches, and sometimes your title holders aren't there, which was the case February 7th, but the absolute intense champion, Matthew Justice, will be in the house February 22nd, this Saturday in Akron, with Fonzie in his corner. And he's got a tag partner too.
Yeah, the Manders.
I've been getting a lot of DMs about this match.
what are those DMs about?
Girls love this cowboy hat, man. Hashtag mamas for Manders.
Stupid sexy Manders.
Do they like the vest?
I only hear about the hat, and if you look around, there's a lot of girls wearing that hat.
Country music, man. Big draw these days.
It's people just listen to Kid Rock Cowboy, and they're like, yeah, that's what I want. And then their Manders is.
I feel like he doesn't wear the chaps as much anymore.
Yeah, he's got to get that chaps look going. I think again. I
told him that. I said I don't know. I said I get the Hanson look you're going for, but those chaps, and that varsity jacket was a good look.
I don't know if he needs the varsity jacket. He definitely needs the chaps.
Chaps with the vest. I don't know about chaps with the varsity.
Chaps
Chaps with
with
the
the
varsity
vest?
jacket, you just go trunks.
chaps with the vest and the cowboy hat.
What if he got some tassels on his boots going?
Well, he's got tassels on the chaps.
Well, tassely boots though. I see where you're going.
Tassely boots would be a
Tassely
good time.
boots.
Maybe a star on the knee pad or something, or a bull. Or
Yeah.
something. Corn. He's the corn husker cowboy, right?
Corn Belt
What's he have
Cowboy.
written on his ass right now?
Huh?
What's he have written on the ass of his trunks
One
right
called
now?
Manders.
One called Manders.
Ah, well, that works.
Maybe he needs a cob of corn
Maybe he needs man just across his ass and then Durs across the front.
or man across the front.
That'd be complete backwards though.
No, because you just he does like a little spin.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You're losing track.
Yeah.
All I'm saying
lost
is-
translation, brother.
All I'm saying is ladies love the Manders.
Ladies love
Hashtag
Manders.
Manders mamas.
Manders mamas. Ladies love Manders.
Yeah.
Well, then hopefully in Akron, the female fan base is up, right?
Yeah.
Like how Meltzer always talks about how Jungle Boy is going to be the new Kerry Von Erich for AEW. Maybe Manders is the key to the female demographic the AEW crowd needs to
In
increase.
Akron, especially.
Yeah, that's what we need. Listen, Dom, as somebody who grew up in Canton, Akron area,
Manders is the
I'm
Kerry
sure
Von
there's
Erich. of
plenty
AEW.
of females down there that would find Manders enticing.
We gotta go down to
Absolutely,
University
yeah.
of Akron, take him to the Zippers
maybe,
field.
Maybe we should have gone when we were flying. We should have gone to the Dusty Armadillo with Manders 8x10 and said, "Why don't you come watch this big hoss wrestle?"
Maybe. I mean,
Yeah.
Manders, the Kerry Von Erich of the AEW roster. We're going to give it a shot in his first main event. We'll see. Or we're going to see if the house goes up with Manders in the main.
I mean, the house. I mean, Manders Mamas versus the Bishop Brigade, huh?
Ooh,
Oh, boy.
that's a fight.
Main event Manders is in the house this Saturday.
Manders teamed up with Bad Justice, and as Dom alluded to there, they are taking on the Rip City Shooters, Josh Bishop and Wes Barkley teaming together officially Not Wes just roaming around on the outside of the ring.
Officially.
This will be
Fonzie in the corner of the
Fonzie in the corner
of the Justice Crew.
Yeah,
of course.
Saying this is a rare occurrence.
I'm making
Who's
sure.
got to represent Daddy?
Hey, I'm making sure he got roughed up by Wes and Josh at the last show.
He's coming for
did.
revenge.
Okay.
He recruited Manders backstage, all bloody.
Yeah, they busted him open pretty well, and then he decided he needed a.
He saw Manders just back there, just fucking talking to some ladies in the corridor of the AIW locker room, and he said, "Daddy, I need a cowboy."
Hey, Daddy, you're a big hoss. I need a cowboy.
You got a lot of. You're high tea, Daddy. I need some help.
I need your leather to go with my snakeskin wearing Matty Justice.
Yeah, really.
Justice.
I mean, across the board, this whole main event's for the ladies. Really,
You think?
I'd say.
What did Nick Saka say at the Royal Rumble party? He said, "Rip City Shooters fans only hate you guys because you guys are young and you guys are hot."
He was on about that.
He said the Rip City Shooters are young and hot.
And the ladies love the shooters. They love Manders. They love Matt Justice. Yeah, the female demographic. Get on those tickets.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the
Let's not break it down by gender here. Let's just say that this is a very hot main event.
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah,
you're
whatever,
right.
whatever you're into, maybe yeah.
I don't know if you flyered at what's that one place, Interspace or whatever in Akron. That
The
might be
Interbelt?
The inner belt.
The Interbelt, yeah.
You said potato in there?
Of course.
Yeah.
We dropped 5,000 flyers in Akron on Saturday.
Wow.
I did a full 8-hour shift. Just started at 8 o'clock in the morning, like I was going to fucking work, and we dropped the entire box of 5,000 flyers. So hopefully, I still believe in physical local promotion. We'll see if it works, but it makes me feel better as a promoter to actually go out and try. So we dropped 5,000 flyers this weekend, and hopefully it works out because, like I said, the tickets have been underperforming to the expectation of the budget and how loaded the card is. So,
Well, I'm amazed you didn't freeze solid, but like I said, we got this heat wave now, and I think ticket sales are going to heat right up.
it's funny because my car was frozen solid on Saturday morning, like just a block of ice. But I made
heat
the
wave in this main event.
I
bro.
made the potato do the running around in the cold.
That's a move.
If you're Scott Hall, which one of these matches would you actually stay and watch?
All of them, brother.
Well, it's got to be the tag, bro.
You think he gets impressed by? Not that he has any pull power. He might, right? So,
Wes Barkley likes to do his little survey, so we'll see if Scotty stays around for that.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Scott Hall probably is he probably will gravitate towards the big guys,
yeah,
Big boys in that main.
Because Scott Hall is 6'7", dude.
He's
a
huge.
big motherfucker.
Yep.
I remember.
of a man.
I mean, it was a little over 4 years ago now when we last had him, and I remember seeing him then down in that locker room, in Mount Carmel, and you're just like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, he's not Kevin Nash big. That's another dude. You know that these guys are big. You've read their height. You've seen them on TV. But it's another thing when you are in person and, I mean, you're not even gonna come close to face it. It's like face to chest.
Speaking of big, this is kind of off topic, but we got a 7-footer training at the school right now.
Yeah,
He's a big motherfucker. Some of the fans probably saw him fucking walking around trying to do security at Built to Last.
What did
Yeah, there were some fans that were pissed scared of that guy.
Fonzie called him something. We had lunch with him the next day.
Alerts.
Yeah, I don't remember. He called him like a big motherfucker or something. I don't remember what he said.
Dom, let me ask you this: as somebody who is on this card and obviously who wrestles, when you've got somebody like, let's say, Hell on Earth, Kevin Nash was sitting, 30 feet away from the ring. Scott Hall maybe sitting somewhere watching. Do the boys and the gals, do they pick things up a notch?
I mean, it all matters. I mean, some of the older generation guys don't want to see kind of what new generation wrestling's become. So, of course you want to go out and show out, but those guys are a one night kind of guys as opposed to, this set of fans that we're going out and, we're performing for month after month, and those are the real people. But, it's a nice little added bonus if, like a Scott Hall or a Kevin Nash or somebody comes up to you and says, hey kid, you had a great match.
Yeah.
I will say before I also forget, thanks to everybody that did stream Built the last 2 weeks ago, because as the numbers are coming in, it was a very, very successful as views are concerned.
Y'all are the real 305 MVP.
Yeah, like as far as views are coming in, it's probably quadrupled what our normal numbers on Fight would be.
Yeah.
Which is a gigantic number of new eyes essentially watching AIW. So I just wanted to say thanks, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going and do more streams. Like, we are in talks about doing Gauntlet for the Gold on IWTV. It's not like a done deal yet, but
Okay.
it's getting there. So I just want, before I forgot, because last week we didn't really have a lot of the the information as to how it did with the quick turnaround from Friday to Monday for the podcast, but now that I've gotten some reports and seen some numbers, it was quite significant as far as eyes are concerned on who watched the show, which is good for all involved, honestly.
Yeah, it's new eyes on everybody, and some feedback was people love that just under 3 hour runtime. Man, we made that happen.
I was threatening. We'll get to that when we do the recap of the show. But I was threatening to issue official fines, fucking like Bill Watts style.
Yeah,
for people going over their times and stuff.
Well, I think only one match really went over their time, and we'll get to that when we recap it. But look, we've laid out for you the card, what's going to happen. Plus, there's going to be new faces, more than likely, that you've never seen at AIW before, because we're running the new talent initiative prior to, and that's something that we got Lee Moriarty out of last year, and you look at what he's become. He's pretty much synonymous with AIW at this point, just 1 year later, and so many more people that we worked with from there. So you have that. Dom is back. Real issue with his students as of late, and it continues with Chase Oliver. Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say something very intimidating right now, sitting next to me. Dom.
Staring daggers.
Yeah, just peering into my soul. Sorry. We got that hot main event, however you want to take that phrasing. With
hot
Matt
for the
Justice.
hot for the ladies, hot for the dudes, hot for everybody, I guess, right?
It's a bunch of young hot dudes.
Too hot to trot.
Young hot dudes in the main event, and Fonzie.
Nick
Fonzie.
won't be able to contain himself.
Fonzie's a handsome older gentleman.
Oh yeah,
He was getting. We were. We went to lunch.
I was just gonna say
at Joe's Deli the day after Built the Last, and Fonzie had all the ladies in there. Big church crowd coming in. Right around noon. And Fonzie was he had all the ladies just, raving about him and striking up convos with him.
He's just a modern day Mean Gene Okerlund. They were all Florida. I think that's his Florida guy charm.
Well, the one lady in particular that would not leave him alone, the moment Fonzie and I sat down, she said, "Whoa, you look so tan. Are you from Florida, or did you just come back?" And he's like, "Yes, ma'am."
Yeah. So lots of handsomeness going on in that main event.
Yeah, whole lot
Possibly
of
the
handsomeness.
handsomest main event of the year.
What's that?
Maybe the handsomest main event of the year.
Handsomest main event of the year. This early, only February.
Yeah.
Well, hey, some people called Lee Moriarty Alex Shelley match of the year, and that was only in February.
He said, "Yeah, well, we're saying the handsomest match of the year." So we'll see.
Fair enough. We strike hot early on.
We'll see.
Tom Lawler, Lee Moriarty, Trey Lamar, Alex Shelley, Mance Warner, Eric Stevens, Swoggle and Danhausen, so much more.
Delicious Sundays.
And it was
Beers, full bar. They sell liquor too.
Yeah, they have liquor there. They have beer. They've got the Sundays. They've got
Gorgeous room.
other food that's really good. I'm trying to remember what else they have.
Murals painted on the walls.
Yeah. Again, if you're going with a group of people, you can save some money, but only pre-sale. What is that link again?
It is aiwo.eventbrite.com.
There you go.
Only general admission remaining. Tickets are $20 or $15 if you come with a group of 6 or more. and that is up to, I believe, 20 people.
Wow.
Plenty of parking. But,
Plenty of parking.
Carpool if you can.
Yeah,
Think about the environment.
And after party, we are back at Thursday's Lounge.
Yeah.
Which was a hell of a good time last time
was.
we were in there. I had some fans ask that missed it. They said what to expect. I said it is extremely cheap to drink in there. They had free food for everybody that was there.
Yep.
And they had everybody.
I'll eat that.
And DJ. So it was a lot of fun, and it was mainly just the AIW crew, which any after party we pretty much take over the place anyway.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. We're gonna go back there for a second time, and we're gonna see if we can go 2 for 2 because it didn't work out too good with the jersey situation. So
Those bad times.
So we're gonna see if we can go 2 for 2 with an after party spot in Akron, back at Thursday's Lounge. It's about a 10-minute drive from the venue.
Yeah, it's
roughly.
not too bad.
You gotta get on the highway, so just keep that in mind. But it's about 10 minutes. It's closer to the Akron campus and kind of the downtown area.
Yeah, I've heard some lifelong Akronites tell me about Thursdays beforehand.
Yeah, it's
always been an interesting place.
Seems right up your alley.
I don't know. I'm 39 days deep on an indefinite sauce sabbatical, so
I'm trying. I keep trying to go totally dry out until
It's almost Tampa tank season, dude.
I'm trying to get tanked up, but we'll see.
I'm down 12 pounds.
I haven't been tracking it. I've been doing some cardio. I'm trying to get ready for that Florida heat.
And don't forget, obviously, Scott Hall, our huge meet and greet, WWE Hall of Famer, $20 for photo opportunity, $20 for an autographed 8x10, or combination of the two for $30, which is a hell of a deal right there, as Worldwide has pointed out previously. Anything you wanna sum up here?
No, let's just come to the show. It's supposed to be nice and warm this weekend. No snowstorms or anything, which the snow definitely scared some people off from Built to Last 2 weeks ago, even though it was only an inch. You guys are just getting a little too spoiled with these mild winters in the Cleveland area. Yeah. But that conversation's for another day. But yeah, just come out and support the show. As I said earlier, we are gearing up to go to Tampa, and every dollar counts at this point for us because, I'm sure you guys have seen there's 8 gabillion zillion shows going on in Tampa this year. And it's going to be a lot harder for us to survive the Tampa experience. So every dollar counts as we prepare to head to Tampa and, hopefully return from Tampa.
And who knows, maybe more AIW students will come to Akron to help out this time.
Well, that's probably why Dom's so angry.
He missed out on that one.
But
I heard all about it. Don't worry.
He wasn't there, but yeah. Maybe that's why he's taking things out on the students now. So for Alex Worldwide Keller, for the Bone Collector Dominic Guarini, AIW owner John Thorne, my name's Steve Guy. We will see most of you, we hope, better, in Akron this Saturday, February 22nd at the Tadmor Shrine. For those of you that we don't see, we'll talk to you next week right here on The Card is Going to Change.